I think what you mentioned is it's not just political polarization, we have affective polarization, where we're not really just debating policy issues. There's like this deeper emotional layer where we're not able to keep an arm's length distance from the policy debate itself. It's we have enmity with other people. It's not just about trying to figure out the best policy for the country. And that means that the problem, the actual root problem, is deeper than just sort of politics. It's somewhere else. It's like what you were mentioning about the sleep and eat your vegetables and that kind of thing. It's like if you're sick, maybe the root problem is in your lifestyle. It's not just that you have this bacterial infection right now. And in the same way, the root problem of our polarization is somewhere deeper than just political discussion and debate. And where do you think that is?
I mean, it seems like it's as simple as we've been telling ourselves these narratives of how evil the other side is, and we sort of just bought into those narratives. Again, I
Mm,
think it's part of our desire to simplify the world, and it's
mm,
easier to understand in kind of a fairy tale, black and white, good is bad, good and bad, and evil, good and evil sort of story,
yeah,
and not appreciate the nuance because it does. We're not as separate on the issues as we think. And another thing about that is that we make up those issue-based narratives sort of after the fact, right? Because you've seen this in all kinds of studies. People do stuff like, oh, Trump said this thing, and they're going, oh, that sounds terrible. Well, it was really said by, Obama or something, right? And the other way around, right? Like you could say, oh, Obama said this thing, and oh, that sounds terrible. Oh no, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Trump said it. Oh no, that's
yeah,
pretty good.
yeah, yeah,
This happens
yeah.
with both sides, and there's a kind of an interesting book along these lines that I recommend too. It's called The Myth of Left and Right by Hiram and Vernon Lewis,
I've heard of
and
it.
it kind of
Yes.
talks a lot about this, how like we talk ourselves into these, we make up these narratives after the fact, right? I mean, I think it's pretty clear that most of us are not voting on the issues as much anywhere near as much as we think we are, and we talk ourselves into that we're only a rational person thinking about
Yeah.
the issues, right?
To feel respectable to ourselves in our own mind. We narrativize this, but actually the decision is coming from somewhere else. Ooh, dark stuff. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think that if you talk about the root cause, it's just that it really comes back to, I think we have just made our political identity too salient in our lives, and so
Mhm.
okay, so what caused that? I guess maybe that's not a root cause. You keep on peeling that. We
Sure,
don't
sure.
sort of
Yeah,
less religious, other things. So I don't know exactly how far you can keep on peeling that to figure out what it
right.
is, but and because it's complex, it's not going to be easy to get out of either.
Yeah.